to the National Hockey Centre here in Glasgow for our final game of the day here in this opening day of the WGMA Euro Masters, Grand Masters competition. With a bit of a delay, this game should have been started at 5:30 to the original schedule, but we're going to get underway with this one now between Ireland and Belgium in the European Cup over 60. We're in Pool A for this. Been a busy day in this competition. We covered the game earlier between Scotland and Italy at lunchtime in Pool B, and that was a convincing win for Scotland. Germany and Wales drew 1-1 in Pool B. In Pool A this morning, first thing, Spain defeated France by 4-0, so Spain 3 points from their one game played. The other team in this group is England, who we will feature and see, I'm sure, throughout the course of the week, including on this pitch on Tuesday. So we will focus on Ireland and France here. Let's look then at both sides as they complete the handshakes and get ready to go in just a couple of moments' time. For Ireland, their squad is number 18 goalkeeper Declan Ryan, 19 the sub-keeper David Williamson, 26 Fergus Stapleton, 27 Eddie O'Malley, 28 is the captain Keith Jess, 34 is Billy Pollock, 35 Stuart Egner, 36 Alan Wheeler, 39 is Richard Clark, 43 is Mick Ryan, 46 Henry Brown, 49 Martin Creaman, 67 is George Blackwood, 79 is Andy Matthews, 84 Billy Dowie, and 101 is Tim Myers. So that is the Irish side, as both just about getting ready to go with their huddles. Let's look at the Belgian squad. Number 1, the keeper is Albert Fischer. Number 4 is Christian Duchateau. Number 6, Philippe de Bocquella. Number 8 is Michel Serroux. Number 9, Etienne Masquelier. Number 10, Philippe van Strooydonk. Number 11, Philippe Verbeek. Number 13 is Yves van Vlaslaar. Number 16, Baudouin Delvaux. Number 17, Jean-Louis Perrier. Number 20, Philippe Hauptmann. 26, Didier Henny. 28 is Michel van Strooydonk. 48 is Michel Keelwart. And 85 is Bernard Meester. So, quite a long huddle for the Belgians. At the same time, entirely sure why we've got a later start. It's due to start at 5:30. The officials for this one from the Netherlands, Simon Rotsteg and Jaap Quarles van Uffart, both from the Netherlands. And off we go then for the first quarter and the final game of the day. It's been a bit of a wait since our lunchtime game, but we had the terrific opening ceremony and our focus back on this over 60s European Cup Group A, the focus here. I am Cal Patterson, great to have you with us on our YouTube and Facebook live stream. I know plenty have been watching our coverage, and great to have you on board and with us for today, and I'm sure throughout the week. Floodlights have came on here. It's a bit grey still as we head into the evening in Glasgow, but some flickers of blue sky around. It's a little brighter than what it was earlier, fairer as well with the rise. Early ball in for the Irish, not quite the flick on. Tim Myers in the D. I think it was Alan Wheeler who was looking to get the ball into the D. back deep with this Belgian side. Long it went, but only found Eddie O'Malley. Martin Creeman. Sport for the captain. He was shouting for it, Keith Jess, and here he has it. Run down that channel from Myers if required. Creeman looking to turn. I think a little bit of contact from the Belgian stick of Philippe van Strooydonk. Free hit to the Irish.
One with no number is apparently number 6.
Cleared out from deep by Michel Serroux. But just anywhere would do philosophy there. Turnover possession, the Irish away with it with Myers. Yeah, bright start from Tim Myers. Clattering. Must have gone out for Serroux. Cross for George Blackwood from the free hit.
Thank you. Perfect. He is the one without the number.
He likes to play incognito.
Good turn, Myers gets away. Miller forwards looking for a bit of help from Martin Creeman. The Belgian player with not a number is what I believe that is 16. Should be number 16. Baldon Delvaux. Belgium starting to get into the stride a little bit more, and over the last few seconds Philippe van Strooydonk goes back to De Bokella. Little clumsy from Didier Henny. Nice composure that was. It fell kindly for Bernard Meester, but almost lost the ball, Belgium, but now just some steady midfield passing in this opening quarter. Ireland had the better of the possession in the early stages, but Belgium's just creeping their way back into it. Steady start from both. Turning a twist away. Pollock trying to wriggle away. Free hit was given to the Belgians, so a Blanc. Only player there is Meester. Philippe Van Strooydonk down that channel. Cleared by the Irish. Trying to wheel away. Pollock kept it alive, had support behind. Here's Creeman back to Pollock, who made a good run. A lot of cutting out from both sides. Delvaux, with interception to say he is, I believe, 16, or it should be 16, but currently a blank canvas on the back of his shirt, so to speak. And here he is with the lob forward. Just about dealing with that is O'Malley. What's a loose for Pollock, gathered. Richard Clark. Keith Jess was alongside. O'Malley cross. Switching sides from the Irish, but again cut out Michel Van Strooydonk that time. Philippe Van Strooydonk. Bernard Meester. Here is Philippe Van Strooydonk once more. Heading into the circle, arm is out in Belgium's favour in the red. Not rushing to get that at any real pace, just a leisurely walk, just trying to size up the options here, the Belgian side. Don't think it was in the right spot for Philippe Van Strooydonk, so we'll take that again. Meester gives that away to Tim Myers, who had a brief rest, but straight back on and on for a long run. Creaming across. Andy Matthews. That is a turnover possession. Little wry grin from Andy Matthews. Jean-Louis Perrier, number 17, is back. Philippe de Bocquiller forward, but couldn't quite find the target as intended. Alain Mertens is the Belgian team manager. Certainly both had very physical and strong warm-ups, including particularly the Irish. Sean Curran, their coach, putting his side through the paces. Tim Myers fouled, not back 5. Kind of a bit quick to try and defend that. There was Baudouin Delvaux. Snapped up there, poor pass Matthews for the Irish. Trying to keep it alive, might get it back in the D. The hit of a leg it did. And well, they almost lost it, but Matthews patient, linking up with McRae, and between the two of them cobbled together the ball in their sides possession and won a penalty corner. First one of the game in this first quarter, just over 4 minutes left of the quarter. Heading across is George Blackwood to inject. First look at the Irish penalty corner team. Looks like O'Malley is there. Also Billy Pollock. Just behind is Martin Creeman. There's going to be a Mali. Well, lobbed up off Delvaux. Away it went. Still with the Irish possession lick. Tim Myers was trying to work the gap, I think just ricocheted off his foot, so that will come to an end. I think that was the signal from our umpire, both umpires from the Netherlands for this one. Big operation this tournament, not just the side travelling and making their way to play and play their part. Big word out to the umpires from the various parts of Europe and beyond. Working well with the local technical officials. That's going to be a card, I think. A little too much ferocity on that. Thumbs up. I'm not arguing my case, I think he's just apologising. A little breather there for Bernard Meester. So Ireland have got an advantage here. They've kind of upped the tempo a little bit again here after a good start, the Irish possession wise. That's a little behind Myers, the pass that was intended. Henny to try and stop that, but Ireland continue with the ball. Matthews forward. Free hit to Siding Green. Came in across, maybe just too much on that. There was too much on that for Alan Wheeler. Forward from Philippe Verbeek, but only back giving possession away. It is going to be an Irish free hit from nothing. A good position. Seconds left of this first quarter, and it has been a half a trip. The Irish would say they've shaded in terms of possession and maybe threat. Forward came Jess. Myers trying to help in its way, juggled away by Philippe du Bocella. This goes into the D. Are out against the Irish. I think Michel Serroux causing one or two problems in there in the Irish attack. Stop things. Turn from Myers. Lead from danger by Serroux again. That's a bit loose, and that's been picked up by Philippe van Strooydonk into the edge of the D. Back on is Meester, not taken. Oh, and a huge slice by Michel van Strooydonk. And that's the end of the first quarter, and 50 minutes, which has been steady. Ireland maybe just a slight better of it, almost going to go away, though potentially at the end of that first quarter period, but at the end of the first 15 is 0-0.
Yeah, 85. Sorry. Yeah.
All set to go for the second quarter. And Bernard Meester gets us going for Belgium. I quite liked how he was speaking to the umpire this gave him a green card. Kind of apologising then, but going into the explanation there what he thought the decision should have been. Good fun anyway, as it is goalless after the first 15. Thanks for joining us for our live coverage here of the final game of the first day on pitch 1, and a good run now, stolen by Keith Jessen, almost wriggled through for Richard Clark. They're stopped in that Belgian defence. Oh, through the legs from Creeman, forward from Ryan. The Chateau though comes away with it, only briefly as Tim Myers lucked behind to steal. Allen trying to put a bit more pressure on. Flicked away wide by Ryan. Fergus Stapleton. Just out there by the baseline. End of that move for the Irish side. And turnover possession to boot. A little loose, so Belgium will have this one back, and quickly on with it was Meester and Van Strooijonk. Belgian free hit just before the Irish 23. Siru. Little help in the spear stick went flying. It could fall for Belgium. Meester trying to get something on that. Scurried away by Ireland. Maybe a break for Ireland. Only two forward, but Ryan. Tim Myers. Keeper comes rushing out, does Albert Fisher. Still alive here. Crossing went to Clark. But some good defensive stopping because keeper was still trying to reset himself there. I think it was Delvaux with the stop. It's just stretched out just a touch in this second quarter. McRyan. cries of just keep it simple. And from coach inside, very much here to try and go as far as it can, Ireland. Maybe on paper, these two maybe not seen as the favourites. Keith Jesson thought the ball kicked away by the keeper. Twisting the turn, Delvaux now getting forward. Skittled off O'Malley's stick, it's going to stay in place, so the chasing Michel van Strooijdonk kept it in. And it's clear behind, anywhere will do for George Blackwood. In comes Philippe van Strooijdonk, kicked away by Declan Ryan. Well, he got bounced off the foot, dead off Tim Myers, but unfortunately he was trying to break away. Perry's ball, there's a clat on his sticks, but Berramista gets it back. Tried to slide it back, definitely for Philippe van Strooijdonk. It is a free hit for Belgium. Quite quickly, the green Irish jerseys getting back into the D to defend. Still no goal yet in this one. The over 60 European Cup Pool A. Big win for Spain earlier. And the ball in, firing at pace by Philippe van Strooijdonk, but an infringement in the D, and Ireland get the ball back. Very to and fro from both sides. Myers. Clark went backwards for Jess. Creaming back. O'Malley. Into a bit of space, but no one really tracking the ball. Crossing over each other's Henry Brown and Richard Clark, not quite near it. For Andy Matthews. Oh, he's racing into the D. Cross it went. Oh, it's a back flick, but it's not went. I thought it was going to nestle into the goal from Henry Brown, I think that was, wasn't it? With the spectacular style, but went by the baseline, and everyone kind of half stopped there. And now Belgium come away at the other end. Michel Calvert on the far side. Not quite going to reach Meester. Closest we came to a goal down the other side. Ireland, well, they do score goals. They have done in this competition in the past. Billy Pollock was the second top goal scorer in the 2015 over 60s Euro Cup. Scored 6 goals, 5 in open play. So well willing to score, but at the other end, just in there, just darted away though from Michel Calvert. Umpire just trying to make sure the ball's in the right place. Meester projection with the Irish stick. Umpire ducking. Another long corner. Meester rattled a slow one off the legs of Eddie O'Malley. Just a stoppage to make sure O'Malley's legs are alright after that. Meester, character, isn't he? Making sure the ball's still with him despite giving a bit of a slow one to his opponent. The dribble out, looking for Duchateau, but away comes Myers. Clark was trying to help in this way. Here's Andy Matthews. And now here comes Clark. Support to the left. Clark's going all the way. 2 or 3 options and a punch to the ground. It's the ground's fault. It probably isn't, but it doesn't go in for the Irish. Decent chance though. Henry Brown again sparked into life in this quarter and also making the run in and around the D. There's Andy Matthews. I'm looking to finish with a flourish in this second quarter before half time. Keith Jess, captain forward for Pollock, into the D. And Belgium will have that one back. Quick turnover possession back with Ireland. O'Malley. Just back to heart of the defence. Lockwood out to the left. Squeezing in, looking for Jess. Into the circle, wriggling around. Well, so 1 or 2 protests that it should be a penalty corner. It is not going to be, it's just going to be the long corner. Martin Creeman forward. It was a free hit actually, and Ireland just twigged onto that, but they've messed that one up a little bit as Michel Calvert comes away with it, but needing some support. Fleet van Strooydonk. Close to Calvert again. Stays with the side in red. Heading towards the last 2.5 minutes of this second quarter. It's penalty corner now. It's Stuart Egner getting in the way. I don't think he was back far enough, so silly one to give away for the Irish, and Belgium will have a chance for their first time at a penalty corner in the game. So Ireland going for a slightly different routine maybe to what we see nowadays, with 3 in the goalkeeper in the goal, 1 just outside. Set up for Meester to fire, and it's in off the Irish player, and the man that's been a real character in this first couple of quarters, Bernard Meester, scores And it is 1-0 to Belgium from the penalty corner. So unfortunate one for Ireland, and some may say against the run of play in terms of possession in this first half. Ireland looking for a quick reply. Wheeler trying to wriggle out some space. Slow Jones into the D. Henry Brown was taken out. The ball was by him, but it is going to be a penalty. Well, it looked like it was a penalty corner, and I think the umpire just signalled that was the case, that taking him out just a bit late, despite the protests of Albert Fisher. George Blackwood to inject fear for Ireland. This would be the perfect way to reply before half time. Clark and O'Malley in situ in the middle. Does come to Clark. Clark, it's good save off the keeper and into the side of the goal from Billy Pollock. Chance missed for Ireland. Belgium remain in front as we head into the final 60 seconds of this second quarter. Oh, certainly an intriguing first couple of quarters. A bit easy in the first quarter, and then up the pace a little bit. Ireland with a bit more possession. It certainly felt like it in Belgium with a punishing penalty corner. But they do have a threat as well, don't they? Two evenly balanced sides, but Belgium with that goal have that little edge. Half time then, in the final game of the day at the National Hockey Centre in Glasgow. It is the European Cup. Over 60s, we're in Pool A, and Belgium with the lead, as I just mentioned it. I mean, a fairly even game, but crucial penalty corner just before half time was the doing of Ireland clinical. The first penalty corner for the Belgians, and put in by the character of Bernard Meester. So we'll leave with some of the best of the action from the first couple of quarters. At half time, it's Ireland 0, Belgium 1. welcome back. We are getting the third quarter now, quite a quick half-time turnaround for both sides. And it is Ireland who are behind to Belgium. Belgium with the goal just before the half-time break from Bernard Meester. Well, looking to start strongly in this third quarter. Kicked away by Albert Fisher. O'Malley just behind Martin Creeman. Here is Creeman once more for the Irish. And from right to left in this third and fourth quarter. Flicked across for O'Malley and steady stuff. Short exit. Pretty sure he was the one that gave away the penalty corner, which was punishing. From an Irish point of view, if you're an Irish supporter watching on, the one big chance the Belgians had, they took it from the short corner, and pick up here, which could be profitable for Meester to get it back. The little flick doesn't quite work out to get it to Philippe Verbeek. Michel Serroux. Pass cut out. Captain Keith Jess. Andy Matthews, another one of that Irish contingent that was in the top goal scoring charts in 2015, and he's going all the way. He's going all the way, but by the baseline it went. Almost a great moment for him. Scored 4 goals, 2 in open play, 2 from penalty corners for Ireland in 2015. He's in that contingent with 4 goals in that tournament. Ireland will try and improve and get to the semi-finals this time around. They do score goals, but come from behind here. Philippe Van Strooydonk played it back, helped on its way in, quite as what Yves van Vlasselaar was wanting. Nice switch from the Irish. Hammered into the D it goes. It might fall back here for Jess. He started to move off. It rattled off a foot of Verbeek accidentally, but it will count towards the penalty corner. So discussion ongoing. George Blackwood to inject here. Ireland looking for an equaliser. Juggling around O'Malley. Squirms away from the knee. Wasn't too much pace around, so easily cleared by the Belgians, but still in a good spot here. Can work into the circle. It's another penalty corner for the contact, and they'll get another try. So another try here for George Blackwood. Looking for something maybe more conviction. It's a little loose to the trap from Clark, but he still tries and rattles it in. Seru away. It's going to be another penalty corner, I thought. That's two that have been a bit scrappy from the Irish, looking for third time lucky. So Blackwood for the third time. And it's going to go away from Richard Clark, nowhere near the target. And Belgium survive 3 penalty corners there. Turn from Creeman. Just over 5 minutes played in this third quarter. Down it goes from O'Malley. Drills away by, too much power.
Antonio, we're back on time.
And a little scrappy ball. And maybe the quarter so far that they've struggled to really make momentum. Still plenty of time for them though. Belgium fairly comfortable after taking the lead. Pinch back by O'Malley. Blackwood only found a swarm of the red bodies in the middle of the field. Skiffed up for Van Vlasler. Coming together off the wall, but play on for Philippe Van Strooydonk. Didier Henry, no advantage, so free hit. Masqueli picks up here for Belgium. Almost fell kindly through for Perrier. Came through his legs, but couldn't quite get control with his stick. That's almost control from O'Malley, but rescued that, and he has the free hit to 1. That was given straight back to Perrier now. Support came in from Philly Van Slydonk. And Vasley are across, or trying to get it across the circle. Ireland coming with it now, a real sense of urgency from the coaching team to try and break. Jess felt he was stopped illegally. Umpires just chatting it over. Belgium saying it was high and dangerous. Above the waist. Ireland still have it. Martin Creeman danced away from Perry. Advantage Ireland. Creeman on the 1-2 routine a couple of times with Jess. Stapleton couldn't carry it forward. An unfortunate slip which gave Stapleton it back. Billy Pollock couldn't wriggle by and just cleared anywhere will do. Ball across for McRyan. Couldn't find Matthews. O'Malley. And that was from Jess, looking to maybe pinch it back. Irish free hit. Rolled off Saru, and it's going to be a card. Michel Saru is gone for a few minutes. Taking a gentle walk off. Time doesn't start until he disappears off. Ireland trying to rattle into the knee. They do have the advantage, but they lose that. They do know they've got an extra man on the field. George Blackwood forward. Matthews. Myers, first real signs we've seen of him in this third quarter. A penalty corner now. All a bit messy from Belgium defensively the last 90 seconds or so. And just over 3.5 minutes left of this third quarter. Lions have got another chance from a penalty corner to get themselves back on level terms in this opening game in Pool A of the Over 60s European Cup. Injected in here for O'Malley. Time, space off the keeper's legs, but there is an equaliser George Blackwood takes it. The ejector was in the right space and it bounced back to him. And it is 1-1. A big Irish crowd still in the stand here at the National Hockey Centre in Glasgow. They're happy. I think a few of them are across at the refreshments tent enjoying the game and the goal, as it is 1-1. So just coming up for 3 minutes left in this quarter. Lobbed up long by the way from Reelick van Strooijdonk. And now with the go back, just a bit steadier since the restart. It was a little loose though. And right for the Belgian side, Michel van Strooijdonk with some good work this time. Reelick van Strooijdonk now into the D. Fire, which nearly scraped a few backs there. That no man's land height of danger. Twisting the turn from Creaming again, been just about everywhere it feels like in that middle to final third at times throughout the course of the game. Blackwood the scorer, the equaliser for the Irish. Blackwood down the channel this time. Space opening up for Ireland as they head towards the D. In towards Myers, it's bounced around, penalty corner comes from it. A bit of a mess again in that Belgian defence. And another chance in the final 30 seconds of the quarter. It'll be a quick turnaround if they were to score again, but Belgium just a little ropey in and around the D, and Ireland trying to exploit that now. Maybe like they did early in the game with a few poorer penalty corners. It has been a quietly decent watch in the evening blue skies which we now have here in Glasgow. Goal, brilliant. Richard Clark came to him and slotted it in the corner. That is the turnaround for Ireland. And what a turnaround at the end of the third quarter this has been. 2 goals in what, a couple of minutes? So Ireland 2, Belgium 1 now. And I did promise, or I did mention how they do score goals. If you look at the previous competitions, some of the key players that did score goals in 2015 do so. They actually haven't scored yet, some of the top goal scorers, but Ireland do score goals. They're looking to try and get a bit further than they did in 2015. And that is the hooter for the end of the third quarter, and a couple of important goals towards the end of it from penalty corners through George Blackwood, and as well from Richard Clark has turned the game around. Ireland 2, Belgium 1.
Belgium. They had 4 really good players who came up later. We give them and allowed them on. I mean, they were supposed to be against them, but they allowed them on. But the good player they had to Belgium did not that. You know, the people were running off.
So 15 minutes to go in this. It could well be a pulsating final 15. Belgium with a lead which maybe was against the run of play towards the end of the second quarter. Ireland with a stodgy first 10 minutes of the third quarter, but then found their way through some little defensive errors creeping in from the Belgians and got 2 goals from penalty corners. Now have the lead. Belgium chasing to try and pick up something, at least a point, from this opening group game. The first game in this pool was this morning between Spain and France. Jesus Gorosep got the opener for Spain. Juan Lop got the second. Joaquin Berrochea got the third, and Ramon Algari was the man that got the 4. 2 field goals, 2 penalty corners in that. 4 goals for Spain. Ireland looking to try and add another. Clark with a great goal at the end. Here is Matthews. And that's the end of that move.
What's called a hamster wheel. Instead of a treadmill where it moves, you have to move it. It's just like slack. It's like the old-fashioned.
Ireland go down that line again. Matthews once more. Pollock wide. Myers.
That's the hell of
Myers into the circle. Pollock trying to wriggle in. And here's a goal, it's going to count. Andy Matthews, the player that I mentioned. 4 goals in Ireland's 2015 campaign in this competition, but the umpires are just going to take a little stop. They stop the clock anyway. They're going to try and defuse some of the Belgian protests. Did seem to just stop a little bit in the Belgians, and then bang, it went in from Matthews. I was just going to double check to make sure if that's the right call. I under set up to restart, as are the for the Belgians. However, that goal will not stand after that consultation, and good work from the disengaged umpire just to come in and help out. So it will remain 3-1 to Ireland, and Andy Matthews will have to wait for a goal, an open goal in this 2017 Grandmasters European Cup. But they've lost it here. Saru losing out, space opening up, surely there's going to be a goal. Goalkeeper comes, Myers around. Did they waste that chance where they got a penalty corner? Billy Pollock may well have, could have played it across for Richard Clark, but they do have a penalty corner anyway. So one chance went by, but another chance could come. We've seen what they did with the penalty corners at the end of the third quarter. George Blackwood heading up once more to inject here for the Irish. Looking just for that settler of a third after their comeback at the end of the third quarter. Blackwood with one of those goals, Clark the other. 12.5 minutes left in the game. In towards Clark. Pollock. Another penalty corner. Andy Matthews, I think, trying to slyly come in behind and score to say, why do you blow up? But everyone kind of stopped, I think, Mr. Matthews. So we'll try again from the penalty corner. Umpire maybe suggesting he could well have played it a bit longer and apologises, but we do another shot here. Comes for Clark again. Clark hammers, it's parried away. Michel van Strooydonk comes away with it for Belgium. Belgium might well fancy a break, but not the best of passes. Stopped in its tracks by Stuart Egner. Egner's pass this time cut out by Philip van Strooydonk. Good pressure here, good pressing, Philip van Strooydonk, and it goes to Maskelly, who's there, still with the side and red, still with the side, chasing a goal. Hauptmann into the D it went, just one back, but not legally by Duchateau, says the umpire. Ireland will just try and maybe take a few seconds to take the sting out of that move. Matthews took his time, but not quite the pass. Like all the games tired bodies come into it as the minutes go on. One back by Ireland and Clark. Comes up off Saru's foot, an advantage. Well, they actually hit off the Irish foot. Ireland were trying to take the free hit, but it's actually the Belgian free hit. Got there in the end. That's a gift. Andy Matthews says nearly a happy Christmas on to Billy Pollock. Alan Wheeler. I think a little stick tackle in the mix. So full day of action tomorrow across all the pitches, pretty much. 6 games here on both pitches at the National Hockey Centre. 6 on this pitch, 6 on pitch 2, 6 at Clydesdale. And there's 3 games at the University of Strathclyde. So if you're local, go out and get along. If not, you'll have the 6 games covered on this pitch. Live streaming from 9 AM in the morning. Our 4 games in the afternoon will be our featured commentary games. So you can enjoy the first 2 games tomorrow, which are Germany against England and South Cross Blue against Australia in the over 75s competition. And you can enjoy them, and then we'll have full commentary on the 4 games in the afternoon. England against Netherlands in the women's over 60, and then tournament trophy action all in the over 65s category. The Alliance against Southern Cross Blue, Southern Cross Red take on Netherlands Orange, and Netherlands Blue take on LX White on the over 65s in the tournament trophy. So that'll be our main focus in the afternoon. Our 4 feature games as well as the women's over 60 game, but all 6 matches on the live stream from 9 AM in the morning. So get your alarm set. One back again by Ireland. Tim Myers was shoved off. He was. A penalty corner for the little shove by Christian Duchateau, and Belgium just struggling a little bit. I think fitness may well be a part of it, but Ireland just coaxing the time well. George Blackwood with another injection for Ireland. Into Clark. Off at the foot of Dave Bockellier, and that will be another penalty corner. Just kills a bit more time, if anything else, or certainly a tiny few seconds after the injection. Keeps the ball down there. Momentum and all that. So another one for Blackwood. Same routine pretty much every time it has been in terms of positioning. Clark this time for Pollock. Billy Pollock though losing it to Delvaux. Harrying from Clark, and he's done really well off the feet of the keeper and then darted away to safety. Matthews quickly restarts play. Supporting Myers. Didn't quite find Matthews though. Hint of a break for Belgium. Lots of ground to make up with less numbers than Ireland. Michel van Strooydonk did manage to try and gobble it up, but it's only a kind of half clearance from Egner. A bit of life here, Philippe van Strooydonk. Cross from Van Lislaar. And from Saru. Calvert trying to keep it alive now. Philip Van Strooydonk, it's up in the air, but away. Bernard Meester back on, couldn't get it down towards goal. 6 minutes left in the clock in this game. Just behind Van Wathler. Now space, big pass. Pollock though has to juggle it, and that's a sore one on the grassy surface. Belgium escaping, bit of a bruised shoulder maybe for Willie Pollock. Quite quick to his feet though. The real goal scorer for this Irish side, not scored yet though today. He's grew into the game more and more, being influential. Belgium sends a bit more urgency as they head into the final 5. We can at least pick up something here. Rattling around, Masquelier. Oh, and here's Meester, blocked away by Declan Wright. Scrambled away, it's a rare chance for Belgium. Richard Clark dots off the Du Chateau. Myers flick down for Matthews, just run out of space. It was Bernard Meester that gave Belgium lead in the 28th minute, but 2 late goals at the end of the third quarter from penalty corners. Been the difference for Ireland at the moment through Blackwood and Clark. Ireland, it looks like maybe will be tucked in behind in this pool. Pool A, behind Spain after their 4-0 win this morning. Belgium still trying to find the gear to get another chance or two, a big chance to get themselves back in level terms. And by Van Vaster, wriggle through, Calvert, and a dangerous attempt to swipe at the ball. If he actually got that under control and maybe just dotted it by the defender, he might have had a clear path for goal. Now there's a big space open up here for Myers. Myers, Henry Brown, finishing it off time. Ireland may well have done it now. And the player certainly deserved the goal for some of his play. Had a couple of good chances back in the second quarter, particularly before Belgium scored. And it is number 3. With 2 minutes left. Philip Van Strooydonk. It's a penalty corner here for Belgium. So 3-1, still just under 2 minutes left. If we get one back, it would be a game back to a little exciting spot again. need to do something here. Well, Belgium got their first penalty corner at the end of the second quarter and were clinical with it, with Bernard Meester. He could well be the favourite to absolutely blatter a ball towards goal. Michel van Strooydonk there too, just behind Van Vleslayer. Is going to be Meester, is it? And that definitely was not in the plan book. Thought it can't be felt as Ireland now come away with it once more. Myers down the channel. Myers running in off a foot, and that's one way to just sink the clock down a little bit more, straight up the other end. And another penalty corner this time for Ireland. This is a leisurely stroll for injector George Blackwood, having to come up every time to take it. I think he's taken every one actually, off the top of my head. Just the 3 around there on the edge of the D. Might just be a smash and try and get another goal. That was actually a bit more deft from Richard Clark. Parried away. Comfortable for the keeper. Clark once more to the circle, wriggled off the foot of Saru. Ireland just counting down the clock themselves and just keeping the ball down the right place. They've got the cushion and now they're in control. They are going to have a different routine, and Martin Creeman to inject this time, just to mix things up in the final minute. Towards Clark. Clark fizzed in, and it is a goal. Not entirely sure if they got another touch off a friend in there, if it came off fault. It is 4-1 anyway. Ireland securing things up. I think there are certainly some chat amongst the Irish players coming back that maybe Creeman got the final little nick, the injector. If that's the case, two different injectors, penalty corner situations, they've both been in the right spot to score. I'll maybe give it to him. Now they're just running through, opening the space up here. Clark, not the best of balls, it's a tire clearance. Tim Myers out wide, now further support coming in. Here is Myers once more. And it's into the keeper twice. Matthews. And a bit juggling away by Albert Fisher in the final knockings. Final few seconds then for Ireland. Just keep ball time from Myers. And there it is. There is Lahuta. And that is the end of the game. And Ireland, well, they were in a bit of trouble at half time after quite a lot of possession, but a punchy Belgian attack got the goal through Bernard Meester. But then the comeback was on towards the end of the third quarter when they were a bit more lethargic, but two terrific goals from penalty corners from George Blackman and from Richard Clark, and then a couple of late goals at the end of the third quarter as they took dominance and edged their way to the win through Henry Brown, who had a tap in, and then from another penalty corner. I think Martin Creeman just got the final touch from good play from Richard Clark. So final score, Ireland 4, Belgium 1. So that brings to an end pretty much of our coverage here today, and a good win for Ireland in this competition. What we have seen on our featured pitch all started at 9 AM this morning in the over-60s trophy. A 6-0 win for the LX Whites from England against the Scottish Thistles. In the over-70s European Cup, the Netherlands defeated Scotland by 3-1. In the over-60s Group B game, Scotland were terrific against Italy, a 7-1 win. And then after a bit break with the opening ceremony, we've seen this one here between Ireland and Belgium. Quick look to what we've got on the featured pitch tomorrow. There's loads of action happening. There's been loads happening today across all the pitches, more tomorrow across all the pitches in Glasgow. But a quick look at what our live streaming will offer. First two games in the morning is the over 75s competition. Germany against England, good one to start, as well as the South Cross Blue versus Australia. In the over 75s, we will have that one covered from 9 AM. Next game just after 10:30, and then our featured 4 games with commentary come in from 12:20. England against Netherlands in the women's over 60s, and then in the Tournament Trophy over 65s competition, 3 games in the afternoon. The Alliance against Southern Blue Cross, Southern Cross Red against Netherlands Orange, and Netherlands Blue against LX White. So all 6 games live with the 4 in the afternoon with commentary. So do join us for that from 9 AM or from the featured game from 12:20. But from Glasgow for the first day of the Grand Masters European Cup competitions, it is farewell from us. Ireland winning by 4-1 against Belgium in their final game. But from myself, Carl Patterson, and from our team here and from around our venues in Glasgow, it is goodbye for today, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.